Remember, your liver does a lot for you. It filters toxins, helps digest food, and stores energy. Taking care of it is an important part of your overall health. So show your liver some love, it'll thank you for it. What are the early signs of fatty liver? Well, here's the tricky part. Fatty liver often doesn't show symptoms in the early stages. But some people might experience fatigue or a dull pain in the upper right part of their belly. You might also feel generally unwell or notice some weight loss. Now, you might be wondering, can a potbelly be a sign of fatty liver? While a potbelly itself isn't a direct sign of fatty liver, there's a connection. Being overweight or obese, especially carrying extra weight around your midsection, is a major risk factor for fatty liver disease. So if you've got a potbelly, it might be worth talking to your doctor about your liver health. Let's talk about the major causes of fatty liver. There are a few key players here. 1. Being overweight or obese, particularly if you carry extra weight around your tummy. There is a chapter close to the end of the video on how to measure tummy size and recommended sizes for men and women. 2. Having type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. 3. High blood cholesterol or high triglycerides. 4. Drinking too much alcohol. But there are some less common causes too, like an underactive thyroid, certain medications, or polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS. Now, here's an interesting question. Can sweet foods and carbohydrates cause fatty liver? The short answer is yes, they can contribute to it. When we eat too many carbs, especially sugary ones, our body turns the excess into fat. Some of this fat gets stored in the liver. High fructose corn syrup, which is found in many sweetened beverages, has been linked to metabolic problems and fatty liver disease in human studies. In fact, drinking 2 16-ounce sugar-containing beverages per day for 6 months can increase liver fat. Wait, there is more, but do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe, down below. But it's not just about sugar. Any type of carbohydrate, when eaten in excess, can contribute to fatty liver. Our bodies can convert carbs into fat through a process called de novo lipogenesis, or DNL for short. In people with fatty liver disease, about 26% of the liver fat comes from this process. Let's put this into perspective. About 1 in every 3 Australian adults has fatty liver disease. That's a lot of people. And it's becoming more common as our diets include more added sugars and fats. So, what can you do to protect your liver? Well, lifestyle changes are key. If you're overweight, losing even a small amount of weight can make a big difference. Eating a balanced diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can help. And if you drink alcohol, it's important to do so in moderation. Exercise is also super important. Regular physical activity can help reduce liver fat, even if you don't lose weight. But what if you already have fatty liver disease? Don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. In many cases, fatty liver disease can be reversed with lifestyle changes. But if left unchecked, it can lead to more serious liver problems over time. In severe cases, fatty liver can progress to a condition called cirrhosis, where the liver becomes scarred and can't function properly. This can lead to serious complications like liver failure or liver cancer. It's also worth noting that people with fatty liver disease have a higher risk of heart attack and stroke. So taking care of your liver is really about taking care of your whole body. Now, you might be wondering how doctors diagnose fatty liver disease. Usually, they start with blood tests to check your liver function. They might also use imaging tests like ultrasound or MRI to look at your liver. In some cases, they might need to do a liver biopsy to confirm the diagnosis and see how severe the condition is. Let's talk a bit more about the role of carbohydrates in fatty liver disease. When we eat carbs, especially simple carbs like sugar, our blood sugar levels rise quickly. This triggers our body to release insulin, which helps move the sugar from our blood into our cells for energy. But if we consistently eat more carbs than our body needs, over time our cells can become less responsive to insulin. This is called insulin resistance. When our cells are resistant to insulin, more of the sugar we eat gets converted to fat in the liver. This is one of the ways that a high-carb diet can contribute to fatty liver disease. But not all carbs are created equal. Complex carbohydrates, like those found in whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, are generally better for us. They're digested more slowly, which means they don't cause such a rapid rise in blood sugar. It's also important to remember that while diet plays a big role in fatty liver disease, it's not the only factor. Genetics, certain medications, and other health conditions can all contribute. So, what's the bottom line? If you're worried about fatty liver disease, the best thing you can do is talk to your doctor. They can help you assess your risk and, if necessary, run tests to check your liver health. In the meantime, focus on maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Eat a balanced diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Limit your intake of added sugars and saturated fats. Get regular exercise. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity per week. And if you drink alcohol, do so in moderation. Here are the key points about how to measure waist size and good values. For women, a healthy waist size is generally considered to be 80 centimeters, 31.5 inches, or less. For men, a healthy waist size is generally considered to be 94 centimeters, 37 inches, or less. For South Asian men specifically, it's 90 centimeters, 35 inches, or less. Some additional details. 1. Waist sizes above these measurements are associated with increased health risks. For women, over 80 centimeters indicates increased risk, and over 88 centimeters indicates substantially increased risk. For men, over 94 centimeters indicates increased risk, and over 102 centimeters indicates substantially increased risk. 2. The World Health Organization uses waist-to-hip ratio as a measure, defining abdominal obesity as a ratio of more than 0.85 for women and 0.9 for men. 3. Some experts believe waist-to-height ratio is the most consistent measure across different populations. A healthy ratio is generally considered to be 0.5 or less, meaning your waist circumference should be no more than half your height. 4. These measurements are guidelines, but what's considered healthy can vary based on factors like ethnicity, age, and overall body composition. 5. Carrying excess weight around your midsection is associated with increased risks of conditions like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. To measure your waist correctly, place the tape measure directly on your skin, horizontally around your waist, just above your belly button. Measure after breathing out normally, without sucking in your stomach. Consult your healthcare professional before changing your medication or lifestyle. None of the information provided by this video is a replacement for your physician's advice.